Hi, I am Shiver Bathory, working for INN. I have with me Sarah McCulloch of Foundry 42 UK.
Hello!
So first question, I suppose, would be, tell us your job title and what you do at Foundry 42.
I'm a junior concept artist at Foundry 42, and I design a myriad of items for the game, including, as both, like I've said before, props, but now I'm doing components, ship components, and I had a little hand in the Starfarer as well, which I hope people like. And I had a little bit of a job to do with the HOTAS. So I hope I'll cover a few of these subjects in this chat as well.
There's
nice. Yeah, maybe good.
Big interest in all of those.
Yes.
So
yeah.
With the Starfarer, I would guess, coming up fairly soon. You say you've done a little bit of work on that, and that's a huge ship. So what does that translate to that you can talk about?
There was a screenshot that was released, I think it was a month or two back, of like all the interior, and it was in the below, I think it's the engine room, and I did that section there, and it was a lot of fun. As I say, the Starfarer is a massive ship, so doing that, just being involved in that was great. It was so exciting when I found out I was doing that. It made me so happy because I know how much everyone wants it. So I was just like, oh man, I can't believe I get to do put my little bit of a bit of stamp on it. And,
it's quite a unique ship because it's been described more than once as pretty much a floating level in space.
That's the thing, is like it is at this stage like just a first person shooter level, I guess, level size. And it, as I say, to just be a part of just that even that little bit is it made me so excited. I was just like, oh wow, okay, let's see. And yeah, it was bigger than I thought it was, like that my room gonna be, and I say I had a lot of fun doing it. I just hope people like it. I keep saying that, I hope people like it and stuff, but I really do. I mean, it's my whole job to make people happy, and I hope I do. Like, so
people love the detail in those ships, and Starfarer level of detail. Yeah, I already get lost in a Retaliator though, so.
Yeah, we've got some amazing ship guys like Nathan, Matthew, and Colin. Colin made that into what you see there was the 3D, so I have to give him all the credit for that as well. He did an absolutely fantastic job for what you see of it and stuff. So I have to, and Matt as well gave me great direction on all the plans and everything for it. So I have to tip my hat to them, So and I say Nathan as well, who's an amazing guy, like knows his stuff, like, so all those guys, love you guys. You guys are awesome. You do such wonders,
Everyone, community and staff, CIG wise, everyone seems really full in on the project, all hands in and friendly and nice.
Yeah, I suppose you have to be, really. Everyone has to get on because it's such a ambitious and big project, I'll say I feel like they're like my family rather than my friends because I see them so often. It's like it's more of a, like, for me anyway, it's more like a family knit thing, and we're all in it together, and no man left behind and all that stuff. So it's great. I love working there. It's I'll still say it now, it's the best job I've ever had by far. So it's great.
It certainly seems like the atmosphere is always buzzing and fun, and because we've got so much information coming out, we as fans feel like we know you as well. So it's
great.
Nice.
I'm glad. So I love the community. It's when I was at Citizen Con, I still say it's like one of the best days of my life, just meeting everyone and stuff. It was fantastic. Like, so You guys are awesome.
It was great because for us, it was like this whole curtain's been lifted off. So we were like, oh, we've never met you before. We've heard of you. Tell us everything that you can.
Yeah, it was just so great to see how like dedicated the people were, and it makes us like even more dedicated and push more, and it's just great to see everyone like, I don't know, it was mind blowing for me just to see everyone like even in costumes as well, and I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's incredible. I was like, that's so cool.
They were great costumes, weren't they?
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
We have one of our guys who dressed up in costume on our wall in the Foundry because he did such a good job of his costume, and I recognised him straight away. I was like, you're the guy.
Oh, brilliant.
I know you. So it was great to see him in the flesh. It was awesome.
and of course, Lamp Guy, who goes everywhere.
He does. He's at everywhere. His dedication is legendary. So,
he is amazing. He doesn't get enough credit out there.
He doesn't. He needs more credit. That's awesome.
So, Starfarer, we don't want to say too much because I'm still trying to get over the fact that you've had to enlarge the Revelin York hangar for that thing, and that Revelin York hangar is already. So I can't imagine how this is going to work.
It has like I say, size wise, it's big. It is big, and I just can't wait to see to finally have people on it and looking at it and seeing the amount of work that's gone on in it. And I say the ship guys have done like such an amazing job on it, and I just can't wait for people to get out and go and fly it and have fun in it and see it. And it's just it's gonna be a great day when I see that, and it's just fantastic, all the hard work paid off.
Is there anything in particular that you've done we should look out for on the Starfarer?
As I say, the one of the screenshots that was released, which was the engine room at the bottom, that was my concept, and then so I did that room was that's mine, and then Colin, like I say, worked his 3D magic and a beautiful 3D environment came from it. So, and as I say, Matthew helped me there. Paul, my art director as well. He's again, I know I should mention because he's again great, fantastic guy. And Nathan as well, another. I say the ship guys. They're just I can't. They're just so good. I hate. They're just amazing guys. I look up to them so much. They just work such magic.
Seeing the stuff that comes out of Foundry, it is amazing stuff.
They're just wizards of 3D.
It's the only conclusion. Magic.
Yeah,
it's the secret touch.
Magic. Yeah. It's like you guys just have magic. It's. I love you. I love them so much. They're just amazing guys, and I love working with them. So it's just awesome.
Okay, so. Now, I'm not sure if people are that interested in this or not, but you mentioned HOTAS. I don't know if there's much interest in the community in that.
No, not at all. No.
That's just flying under their radar. So
just a small thing, yeah.
So, what can you tell us about the HOTAS that you might know?
Well, for the initial concept phase that I did, it has to be about, as I say, like comfort and performance wise, and had a guy from QA, Andy, who's very good with the game, and with him I sat down and we all like figured out where button placements are and things like that, and we had a lot of fun like figuring out what would be doable and what would work best in certain situations. And like I say, we've got the what everyone saw, that prototype and stuff, which is like detachable. which is cool. Little feature on it. I can't wait to actually have a go myself now. In it, in the flesh, I was like, oh my god, that's amazing.
It's going to be great for people who are just building their own sim pod as well, because it's like, well, modular, chunk.
That's it. I think it's I think that's the thing, is like, because flight sticks are quite like chunky and like take up a lot of room on your desk. This is going to be able to just clip it in half, and there you go. Space. You've got some space, and you don't have to worry too much about clearing a gap for your flight stick and things like that. But design wise, it's definitely had a lot of thought behind it. Just as I say, in terms of comfort and performance wise. So I hope people get the experience that they want out of the flight stick, if you know what I mean. Just in that terms, like that they can get the best and push the ship further with it. And I think, like I say, they would. It's good. Like I say, with Andy's help, I think we'll, because they went down to SciTech and stuff and had a word with them about, again, button placements, etc., and what's the best for in terms of flight sticks. And it's just, as I say, it's going to be definitely. I can't wait to like give it a good test myself and just things like that. So
it's pretty cool how you've actually thought about it by playing the game, thinking about sticking a mouse ball on it for gimbals or even strafe movement. It's good to know that sort of thing that's how it's being tested and developed.
Yeah, it's who knows about game better than, like I say, QA, because they test it every single day, and I say particularly Andy, who knew his stuff with it. It was, I just went over it constantly with them, like what would be best for you, what do you think would be best for, certain placements of things. And as I say, then we went all down to say SciTech, and we went over it with them as well. And there's a lot of thought process did go into it. So I just hope that it's I just want it to be like the stick, that people waited for. It's as I say, it's definitely had a lot of gameplay in mind and stuff, and your best experience out of it. So I just say
people are definitely excited, and it's already got a lot of buzz around it.
Yeah, I can't wait to just to have a proper go myself, and just be like, I just can't wait to test it and be like, oh wow, because then when it came in the physical like prototype, I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked. It's like it was the coolest thing ever when I saw it in the flesh. And as I say, I had to help off like my art director as well with it, Paul Jones. He's again another amazing guy. It's like I just work with wizards, and he had great art direction on that, which is how it ended up is really, like, I think it looks really nice.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so so that's how it's ended up as I say, as nice as it is. So I was really great. I'm really grateful for his direction and stuff on that, and Andy as well, as I say. So I hope it's definitely what people want, because a lot of thought did go behind it. So,
people are clamoring for information on it, so it's definitely wanted. That's the universal symbol for wanted.
Yeah, that's it. I'll say that when it comes out, I suppose I'll maybe be able to talk about it a little bit more in depth. But as I say,
until that day soon. Until
then, I don't know what really I can talk to you about too much about it, but just know that a lot of thought process did go behind it, and it's and I just can't wait for people to play with it and stuff and see what they think, because I'm really excited.
So's everyone.
Really excited.
So what have we got next? Let's see. How did you come to be involved with the entire project?
It was funny thing, actually. I was in university, and I was on a game art group, and I constantly posted all my work there. and my art director Paul just said, "Would you like to have an internship in the Foundry for 3 months?" And I was like, "That sounds amazing. I'll do that." And after 3 months, he was like, "You know, you good? Do you want to extend it?" I was like, "Yep." And then it kind of just went from there, and I've learned so much from Paul, and I say my good friend now, one of my best friends, Daniel Yastra. I've learned so much from him. He's such an amazing guy, and him and Paul are just like, I owe them so much just because they're just such amazing guys, and they give you the time of day to just be like, if you're just unsure about something or what direction you're going in, it's like they'll just take 5 minutes from the day and just be like, "No, just do this. This is fine. Do it in this direction, whatever." And I say I just owe them so much. They're just amazing guys.
That's nice.
So yeah, as I say, I just see them all as my family. Really, it's just that I can't imagine my life without them. You know, it's just I just love them so much. It's a great environment. I love working there. I can't imagine being anywhere else right now. You know, so I'm so happy to be part of this project. It's great.
It's great looking in as well. I mean, it just looks like fun. It looks like you are working hard, enjoying yourself. We get to see the benefits. We get to interact with you. We're keeping each other buzzed.
That's it. It's that's why I love meeting everyone from the community. It's because you get to talk to people firsthand, and it's just lovely. Like hearing what they can't wait for, and you know, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait. You know, like, oh, this is good. Oh gosh, I get like so excited about it, and I love listening to them and stuff, and it's just great meeting the community and the fans and stuff. It's, as I say, I went to Bar Citizen, and I was just like, this is amazing. I can't believe all this, like, people turned. Oh, it's great.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I just want another Citizen coming in UK again so I can meet everyone again. And I just can't wait. It's just
well, there's Gamescom, so hopefully, you know.
Yeah, maybe, eh? I'll have to see, I guess, but I just can't. As I say, I just can't wait to. I love these social events. I go to them all if they're in, I say, the UK, because they're just so much fun to meet everyone. So
if Erin's watching this, send Sarah to the Gamescom, and
yes,
Eris, if you're watching this, send me to Gamescom.
That would be amazing. As I say, yeah, Erin is. Oh my god, I don't think I've met a nicer guy in my entire life. He's just. I think I put like he's like the nicest like big boss I've ever had. Just because it's like, dude, he's just so nice. You know, he's such a pleasure to work for.
He really is a genuinely nice guy. When we were there, my friend just stuck his camera into the behind the black curtains while you're setting up, as you do, and out steps Aaron Roberts. Comes and has a chat.
Yeah, he's just...
okay. Can you stick the camera somewhere else?
He's like, what? Oh my god! Yeah, he's absolutely amazing. Again, just I haven't got anything bad to say. It's just absolute pleasure to work for him and stuff, and can't imagine myself being anywhere else right now. So it's great.
Squadron 42 is basically going to bring back, in my opinion, the single-player space sim whole thing, because we haven't had anything like a Roberts game since they stopped.
Yeah, it'll be true to form again. Be good to have that back in the scene and put a proper stamp on things, you know, just be like, this is how it's done. We're going to show you how it's done, you know, sort of thing. And
well, it's already having an effect because, you know, you've got No Man's Sky popping up.
Yes. Yeah.
Dreadnought, Fractured Space. So space is getting its attention again.
Yeah, it's a really good time to be into sci-fi, that's for sure, because yeah, so we've got all these games coming out, and it's going to be great to be a part of that scene now. So time to bring sci-fi back, I think.
Yeah.
That's just the way it should be, you know?
No more gnomes.
Yeah.
Spaceships, robots, giant mechs.
Excellent. Good stuff.
Are there any game artists that you particularly look up to?
There's quite a few. Well, I suppose the obvious one is Vitaly Bugarov. Is one of my favourites at the moment. He's like, for me, oh man, I love that guy. He just shows you how to do mechs, just the hard surface stuff. Like, he's the daddy-o. Another game artist that I actually look up to and I work with is actually another artist called Stuart Jennett, and he's showed me so much stuff, like, just firsthand. And there's another guy, Gary Sanchez. I have to big him up as well, because again, that dude's like, just I learned so much from these guys. So and then again, Yort, he's another artist that I work with. He's again great guy, and I love him as well because he's blunt. So it's like if something's like off, it's just like nope. I was like, that's what I need to know. And again, yeah, it's the best thing about being an artist is you get influences from so many sources of, like, especially like great inspiration. I love like Ghibli films as well. Like Hayao Miyazaki is one of my favorite anime directors, but he's an amazing artist as well. So I look up to him quite a lot.
So do you keep some of their works up as reference sheets for yourself?
I have, like, I love Mobius as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, Mobius for me is, again, he's grandfather of sci-fi. There's just so many. Like, I forgot. Because I forgot his name, and I feel really embarrassed about forgetting his name, but
it's all right. We'll pretend we can cut it out.
Oh, okay. He does all the artwork for Metal Gear Solid. Yoji Shinkawa. There we go.
Ah.
Now I remember. Yoji Shinkawa. I've got one of his art books. Sid Mead as well. Again, he did. His stuff is fantastic. But there's just so many. I'm like, that's what's his name? So many. It's like right there in the foreground of my face, and I'm just like, I can't think of his name, but Sparth. There we go. Yeah, Sparth is another guy that I absolutely love as well. So I could literally list them off, but it's like, now I'm like trying to think of them all. I'm like, oh no, I can't think of anyone. I feel really bad.
That's good. That's a good wide sweep there.
Yeah, it's a good bit of mix. It's Satoshi Kon, again, another favourite anime director, anime director of mine. He did like Perfect Blue, Paprika, and his visuals for that, it's just something else for me. The attention to detail is fantastic. So I have to give a nod to Satoshi Kon, like, so.
So highly detailed artists are a big thing.
Yeah, the level of detail that it's just the thought process behind something. It's just the fact that he's thought of every eventuality in the scenes, down to a pencil. And I sometimes just stop a frame of animation just to see what's sitting in the scene, because otherwise you wouldn't necessarily see it. So say if it's in an apartment, I tend to like stop and just see what is in that apartment and what you don't catch on, because it kind of all blends into one seamless thing, and it's the things that you kind of tend to overlook. So it's like, I love that sort of bit of detail where it's always been there, sort of thing, feel to it.
That's one of the things that people don't realize, I think, in general when it comes to art is you're not. Someone tells you, go imagine an engine room. It's not as simple as, it needs an engine. You've got to think of how is this going to be used in everyday use, all that sort of thing.
That's it. So, it's how does it fit into something? What connects it? If it's going to make a noise, is the room soundproof? So if it's soundproof, it's going to have insulation. Is it going to be lifted up, so it'll need extra support? There's all sorts of little bits that just kind of go overlooked, but I suppose that's a good thing because you kind of think that it's always been there. So that's my job to make sure that's what you think, I guess.
So your job is sitting there imagining what it's like life on a spaceship.
Yeah.
Oh, hard life.
I know. It's difficult.
How do you cope?
I have to look at references from Alien and all that awesome stuff.
That must be such difficulty.
Such a difficult existence.
So, what are your favourite ships in game and why?
Well,
that you can talk about, because you've obviously got knowledge of things we haven't seen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm going to say the Starfarer. Obviously, that's the first thing. Excuse me, just because I just think the job that they've done on it is fantastic. And I absolutely love the Idris. I've just fallen in love with it. Like, the amount of effort that has gone into that is just staggering, and I can't wait again for people to go on that and be like, wow. That's when I saw that, I was just like, wow, oh my god, that's incredible. I was absolutely blown away, and it's just vastly become my favourite ship now, I think, the Idris. Just because I say my tutor, I should call him, Mr. Daniel Yelstra, did an amazing concepts for it, and Nathan's team did a absolutely incredible job of it. So I've just absolutely fallen in love with it, and just by far, for me, my favourite ship is the Idris. It's such a presence about it. I'm just like, there it is. Ooh,
it is a nice looking ship, and the bits we've teased so far, that must be a behemoth to look around. I can't wait for people to just go in it and be like, oh my god. I just can't wait. And like when it turns up and stuff, you're just like, woo, this is just great, So, this is just the hanger on it, right?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's such an incredible ship, to be honest. There's so much to love about it. And as I say, there's such an amount of effort that's gone into that. I can't not love it. It's incredible. I say it's because I think I've seen these being built in front of me, like the Starfarer and the Idris, and it's just incredible to watch it come together, and it's just I absolutely love it, and I think that's why, really. But it's just seeing the whole process, and I'd say the amount of manpower that's gone into making them just come to where we are now, and it's just I love it. I love you, Idris. I love you.
You've got a frigate class ship. Mm-hmm. We literally can't imagine what that size is going to be like in game. It's fully fleshed out. There are rooms, doorways, corridors, decks. There's few, if any, games that immediately come to mind, certainly in recent memory, that do something like that. I mean, Star Trek Elite Force tried to simulate it.
Yeah.
And they, of course, used all the tricks in the book back then, but this time you've got
That's it, you've got this huge ship, and and as I say, the amount of thought that's gone into it is just astounding, really. And I think when people get onto it, they're just gonna have so much fun. But that's all. That's what it is at the end of it. Have fun. Go and have a laugh. Go and just do what you're gonna do in it and have a laugh. And just I just love it for, as I say, because of the size of it, the effort, and it looks. For me, I really love the look of it. It's just become my favorite chip. Just as I say, just love it.
Yeah, it's a nice looking ship, I have to agree.
Yeah, it's candy for me. It's just, I could eat it all the time. It's just, that sort of thing.
Take it from someone who's seen it. She likes it.
I do. I really love it. It's my favourite. So.
Cool, blimey. Right. Oh, I just did the most English thing ever. They're going to laugh at me for that. I'm sorry. Are there any challenges associated with working on art for a space game?
I think obviously one of the biggest challenges is coming up with technology that doesn't exist yet. That's quite a big task in itself. It's because you have to think of, how is this going to work? If you look at it in your mind, it's like, oh, it works. But when you're concepting it, it's like, right, okay, how do I make this believable that this actually works? Because it's obviously in the future and stuff, so that's quite a challenge in that regard. Just because, as I say, it's set so many. We've just got technology that doesn't exist yet, so we're just trying to think of. So we look at stuff like good thing is like concept cars. That sort of thing, recent technology movements in mobile phones. There's just all sorts of references that we get from. But that's one of the challenges that I found anyway, is just trying to make future technology believable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that's interesting, but we've got some good references, so.
Well, as long as the coffee filters don't change too much.
Well, we have to have coffee in the future, or I'm going to quit, I'm out. I can't live on my coffee in the future. I'll be like, what? No.
So we need the coffee percolator and something better than three seashells in the bathroom.
Yeah, no, you have to have something better than that. Otherwise, people will be like, I don't know how to wipe. And you're like, oh, don't know how to wipe. We'll have this all again.
See, this is where being British comes in, and you can say the Arnold Rimmer method would be suitable.
Yeah.
We'll let people look that one up. I'm not repeating it.
Yeah, no.
Do you have any recommendations for other artists looking to get into the game industry?
Recommendations in terms of how to get into the game industry, is it? Or software and that type of thing?
If I would imagine if they're trying to be a game artist, and what's the best way into the industry, in your opinion?
I suppose it's going to be definitely learn a 3D, even if a concept artist, learn a 3D program software. A lot of the guys in our office use Google SketchUp. I use 3ds Max. We use Keyshots, like our renderer. Marmoset is a good sort of gap between learning renderers and stuff, and PBR as well. Obviously, that's a given now. And just absolutely, and this is so cliche, push yourself to your maximum effort. And just, I didn't sleep for, I think I got on about 3 hours sleep when I was in uni. I just didn't sleep at all. I was like, right, okay, I want a job in the game industry. Well, I'm like, what do I have to do to do this? So I just absolutely hammered everything and just learned everything, and I just went for it, and I ended up, like I say, Paul gave me a chance, and I'm still here. I am nearly 2 years later, so you just have to go for it. And whilst I was learning that, I made 2 apps as well for the Apple Store, so I was constantly active. I wanted it more than anything, so
expanding your skill set.
Yeah, that's it. you just have to go for it. Just even if it's making apps to start with, just learn as much as you can about anything. It doesn't really matter. Just keep pushing yourself and learning as much as you can, and you'll definitely get there. It's difficult, but it's definitely worth it. It's worth all that effort, all those sleepless nights that I didn't have. It's definitely paid off now, and I couldn't be more grateful for where I am. I absolutely love it. Like, so I'm happy.
Brilliant.
Good.
Right, I think this is the last one. Do you work on your own art outside of work? And if so, what style of art do you prefer to do?
I do. It's actually been a lot of sci-fi at the moment. And when I do work on my own stuff, it's sci-fi, and I also do a lot of aliens. I absolutely love drawing aliens and monsters and anything that's creepy. Because I say, like, Silent Hill is one of my favourite franchises. So I just love the fact that I can draw something that no one's seen before, particularly monsters. So if I make it weird and freak people out a little bit, it makes me feel happy. Makes me feel good inside. So but then I've been practicing environment art at the moment. So just expanding my horizons of that, doing practicing my lunch, and then when I get home. So I've just been doing more and more and more. Just wherever I feel I'm weak in, that's what I do in my spare time. I try and up myself. So
no watercolors then?
No, or anything like that. But I don't mind doing like a sketchbook every now and then if I'm on the train, or I'll do like a sketch. But since I actually drive into work now, so I don't really have time to sketch. So I'll spend like my lunchtime now just experimenting with certain programs like Moe 3D and Fusion 360, which is a new thing that I'm just messing around with. So it's coming quite handy actually, because I'm doing a few environments now that I'm quite happy with. So it's paying off.
Brilliant.
Other than that, yeah.
Well, is there anything you'd wish to say to anyone watching this?
Just want to thank everyone for all your support, and it's really appreciated, and it never goes unnoticed, and truly say it from the bottom of my heart that you guys are awesome, and I can't thank you enough. And I hope we give you some great ships to run around in and have as much fun as you can, really. And I'll see you around the verse and stuff. I'll see you in the verse and that. So, yeah.
Sarah McCulloch, junior concept artist, Foundry 42 UK. Thank you very much for your time. It's very much appreciated.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.